Hey guys, it's Eric here, and this is my full comparison between the Xiaomi Redmi Note 10 Pro and the TECNO Camon 16 Premier. We'll start off with the speed test, followed by the camera comparison and then onto other features. They both cost around the same price, but only the Redmi Note 10 sports a 64GB storage variant with a lower price point. Let's begin with the boot up test. They both booted up in nearly the exact same time, 36 seconds, but the Redmi booted up slightly faster. I tested the fingerprint sensors on both a couple of times and the Camon is faster, mostly because the Redmi's unlocking animation is longer. We get similar results for our face unlock test. The Camon 16 Premier is so fast it doesn't feel like it's even locked. Let me quickly show you that these aren't the same fingers keyed in, so you get a feel of that speed versus the animation on the Redmi. I closed all the running apps before this test. Let's begin with Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Play Store, Geekbench. We get higher single-core scores on the Redmi and higher multi-core scores on the Camon 16 Premier. Antutu benchmarks. We get higher Antutu scores on the Camon 16 Premier. Skipping the games row for now, Snapseed, Camera, Messages, Settings, Lightroom, Speed test. Tested both on the same network and we get higher download and upload speeds on the Redmi Note 10 Pro. Now let's open up some games. Let's begin with Smash Hit, PUBG, Subway Surf, Temple Run 2, If you made it this far, a sub to the channel would be appreciated. Moving on to the camera, they both packed a ton of features, and for this test, we'll be using the highest setting on these cameras. Forget all that pixel count, these are the real results. Using the selfie camera outdoors, we get a wider field of view on the Camon, but the exposure is on the high side. The Redmi is sharper and has balanced exposure, richer skin tones, and is more detailed all around. Using portrait mode, they both have fairly decent depth of field, but the Redmi is less prone to errors. With the primary camera, gosh, it feels like two different classes of phones. The Redmi photo is so crispy and the Camon pales in comparison quite literally. This is something you may not notice until you place them side by side like this. With portrait mode, they both go toe to toe. For the megapixel lovers, I think the highest setting is a waste of storage space for regular users. It just ends up being blurry if you don't wait an extra second to capture. As for dynamic range, it is pretty good on both. Camon definitely has a better grip on those shadows, but the overall landscape looks more realistic on the Redmi. By the way, AI was turned off throughout this test. My signature palm view shows that these cameras are worlds apart. The Camon 16 Premier overexposes when there is a sharp contrast, while the Redmi has everything looking near perfect for any smartphone camera. With the macro lens, the Redmi looks very close and detailed compared to the Camon shot, which is what we really want when we go close range. Indoors, the Camon selfie is looking a little lifeless compared to the Redmi's shot. It looks as though TECNO really needs to start testing their cameras on dark skin. Using portrait mode, the Camon has the brighter image but at the expense of everything you want in a portrait selfie. The Redmi shot is richer and the bokeh is well defined. Using the primary camera, they're both struggling with less than ideal lighting, and this one is actually a close call, but the Redmi looks a little sharper. This is probably where Gcam comes in handy, but it's only compatible with the Redmi. I'll be leaving a link to the version I used in my pinned comment. Surprisingly, the night mode on the Camon beat the Redmi shot with color accuracy and sharpness. I'm really impressed with the output. They both record videos in 4K from their primary cameras. Only the Camon records in 4K from its selfie camera. Okay, on both, and I'm going to turn the camera around. So this is the primary camera, and now we're looking at the footage from the primary camera on the Redmi Note 10 Pro and the TECNO Camon 16 Premier. You guys should let me know which you prefer in terms of the audio quality out from these cameras shooting in 4K. So this is the selfie camera from the TECNO Camon 16 Premier and the Redmi Note 10 Pro. I'm loving what I'm seeing on the Redmi Note 10 Pro. The skin tone is just better. It pops. Overexposure, well, and now I just switched to the ultra steady shot mode on the TECNO Camon 16 Premier, which reduces it down to 1080p. But still, I feel like, yeah, the Redmi Note 10 Pro is way better. Now we are filming straight from Instagram stories, the camera on there, and just to see what the quality looks like. So what do you guys think? Overall, the Redmi Note 10 Pro's camera kind of makes the Camon 16 Premier's camera look like hot garbage. In real life, that speed test doesn't say much because they go toe to toe in spite of the benchmark results. The AMOLED display on the Redmi is easier on the eyes than the Camon's LCD display, not to mention a higher refresh rate and Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Also, the 10-finger multi-touch makes the Redmi a lot more responsive than the Camon's 5-finger multi-touch. In terms of design, the Redmi looks a lot more premium because it's slimmer, has a fingerprint-resistant glass back, and a 2021 camera bump aesthetic. While the Camon's build is a fingerprint magnet type plastic, and the design on the back looks like it's borrowed from last year's Redmi Note 9 series. In terms of software, the Redmi already sports Android 11, the Camon is still on the 10, and TECNO hasn't been known to push updates very often, so don't hold your breath on it. Xiaomi, on the other hand, does this occasionally, even publishes a roadmap for it, as it should be. They both have bloatware and ads and are pretty much competing on that aspect. I would say Redmi handles ads better because TECNO has started going a little too crazy with sneaking random apps into your phone. In terms of battery life, they both deliver more than a full day of going at it for the average user, and this is not a deciding factor. Charging speed on both are respectively just over the 1 hour mark. The IR blaster on the Redmi is always an icing on the cake for me. I wonder who else out there uses their phone as a remote as much as I do. As for the speakers, here's how they compare side by side. Let's cut to the chase. The Redmi Note 10 Pro is miles ahead of the Camon 16 Premier in terms of quality hardware, and I don't mean the CPU. The powerful processor on the Camon is being grossly underutilized by its lackluster hardware. The value for money we get on the Redmi Note 10 Pro is incredible, and I will recommend it 10 times out of 10 over the Camon 16 Premier. By the way, the Camon 17 series is on the way with some specs improvements, and I am looking forward to making that comparison for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share it. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram to see what I'm up to. Please subscribe for more videos like this as it will mean a lot to me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.